Arden, a 52-year-old woman, lives in Colorado. Arden works in an office, and every day is a hectic whirlwind of work and family care. She is proud that she has no serious illnesses, no diabetes, and no high blood pressure issues. But recently, Arden has started feeling exhausted more often. She wakes up in the morning feeling unrefreshed, and just climbing a few stairs leaves her out of breath. She begins to worry. Am I missing out on something important? Or am I just accepting a life that is good enough? One day, while reading a research paper from Harvard University, Arden was shocked to learn that people like her, even without major illnesses, can still improve their health to live a much longer and happier life. But how? Arden's story is not new. Millions of us are living in survival mode instead of our optimal state. So how can we go from just surviving to thriving? Today we will explore 9 simple yet powerful principles from the Blue Zones research, the areas where people live the longest lives, along with data from the 85-year-long Harvard study. What's incredible? You don't have to change your whole life at once. With just small, practical changes, you'll start to see results in just 2 to 3 weeks. Everyone, are you ready to change your perspective on your health? Comment below. Do you think you're in survival mode or thriving? First, we need to have a clear understanding of what optimal health is and why it's different from the normal health most people accept. Let's take a closer look. Optimal health is not just not being sick. According to research from Harvard University and preventative medicine experts, optimal health is a state where your body, mind, and spirit are functioning at their best. It helps you be full of energy, have a sharp mind, a good mood, and strong social connections. It's like a car that has been perfectly maintained. It doesn't just run, it runs smoothly, is fuel efficient, and is durable on any journey. Now that we understand what optimal health is and why it's important, the next big question is, how do we go from just surviving to thriving? The good news is you don't have to change your entire life in one day. Scientists have studied the world's longest-lived people in the Blue Zones, areas like Sardinia in Italy, Ikaria in Greece, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Loma Linda in California, and Okinawa in Japan. They discovered 9 simple principles called the Power 9 that help these people not only live long, but also live happy lives. What's even more amazing is that you can start applying them today, no matter your age. So what are these 9 principles, and how can we apply them to our lives? Let's explore them step by step. 9 principles from the Blue Zones, the secrets to a long and healthy life. Principle 1. Move naturally. People in the Blue Zones don't go to the gym or run marathons. Instead, they live in environments that encourage natural movement. For example, in Sardinia, they walk up and down hills to herd sheep. Or in Okinawa, they sit on the floor and get up frequently throughout the day. Research from the University of California found that 30 to 60 minutes of natural movement per day reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 30%. How to apply it? Start small. Instead of taking the elevator, try walking up 1 to 2 flights of stairs. If you work in an office, try getting up and walking gently for 5 minutes for every 30 minutes you sit. Or try parking a little farther from your destination or walking to the grocery store instead of driving. Check in. After 1 week, do you feel more agile or less tired? Share your experience in the comments. Principle 2. Find your purpose. Ikigai. In Okinawa, people call their purpose ikigai, the reason you wake up every morning. It could be taking care of grandchildren, gardening, or helping the community. Research from Japan found that people with a clear purpose live up to 7 years longer than those without one. How to apply it? Take 5 minutes each day to ask yourself, what makes me happy? What do I want to contribute to my family or community? For example, if you love to cook, try making a special meal for your family every week. Or if you love to learn, sign up for a short course on something you're passionate about. Check in. After 2 weeks, do you feel like each day has more meaning? Try it and let me know. Principle 3. Downshift. People in the blue zones have natural ways to reduce stress. In Ikaria, they take short naps, while in Okinawa, they spend time remembering their ancestors. Research from Harvard University found that consistently reducing stress helps lower the risk of stress-related illnesses like depression or high blood pressure by up to 50%. How to apply it? Try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and breathe out for 8 seconds. Do this 3 times a day, especially when you feel pressure. Or spend 10 minutes a day writing down 3 things you are grateful for. Check in. After 1 week, do you feel like your mood has improved? Comment and share your stress reduction methods. Principle 4. Eat until you're 80% full and then stop. The people of Okinawa have a principle called hara hachibu. Eat until you are 80% full and then stop. This helps them avoid overeating, making their bodies feel lighter and healthier. Research from Stanford University found that eating in moderation helps reduce the risk of obesity and related diseases by 20%. How to apply it? Try using a smaller plate to control your portion sizes. Before you eat more, stop for 5 minutes and ask yourself, am I really still hungry? Check in. After 2 weeks, do you feel like your body is lighter or your digestion is better? Have you tried this principle yet? Share your results. Principle 5. Plant-based diet. People in the blue zones eat mostly vegetables, beans, and whole grains. Meat makes up only about 5% of their diet and is often used as a side dish. Research from Loma Linda University found that a plant-based diet helps reduce the risk of cancer and heart disease by 15%. How to apply it? Try adding 1 vegetarian meal per week. For example, make a salad with chickpeas, leafy greens, and a little olive oil. Or switch out meat for tofu in a stir-fried dish you enjoy. Check in. After 1 month, do you feel like your body is lighter or you have more energy? Try it and let me know the results. Principle 6. Drink in moderation. In Sardinia, people drink 1 to 2 glasses of wine per day, often with meals or friends. Research from the University of Cambridge found that moderate wine consumption helps promote heart health, but the key is not to overdo it. How to apply it? If you drink alcohol, limit it to 1 small glass per day and drink it with a meal. If you don't drink alcohol, try switching to grape juice or herbal tea. Check in. What are your drinking habits at mealtimes? Share your habits. Principle 7. Belong to a faith-based community. People in the blue zones often participate in religious or spiritual activities, which helps them find meaning and inner peace. Research from Harvard University found that attending spiritual activities 4 times a month can extend your life by 4 to 14 years. How to apply it? Spend time participating in a spiritual or community activity that feels meaningful to you, such as meditation, prayer, or volunteering. Check in. After 1 month, do you feel more at peace? Share your experience. Principle 8. Prioritize family. People in the blue zones prioritize family above all else. They spend time with their children, parents, and relatives. Research from the University of Michigan found that strong family relationships reduce the risk of depression by 30%. How to apply it? Try calling a family member once a week or having a simple family meal on the weekend. Check in. After 2 weeks, do you feel closer to your family? Share your story. Principle 9. Connect with your tribe. People in the blue zones have a close-knit group of friends who share joy and support each other. Research from Stanford University found that high-quality social relationships can extend life as much as quitting smoking. How to apply it? Try joining a club, a friend group, or a volunteer activity in your community, such as a yoga class or a walking group near your home. Check in. After 1 month, do you feel like you are a part of a community? Comment and share. Everyone, do you see how these 9 principles are not complicated at all? They are simple habits, but when done consistently, they make a huge difference. Which principle will you start with first? Comment and let me know. Personal health assessment. Where are you? Now that we know the 9 principles from the blue zones, the first step on the journey to a healthy and long life is to understand where you are. Are you in survival mode or closer to optimal health? Don't worry, I'll guide you through a simple 2-minute test to assess your health in 4 areas: body, mind, spirit, and social connections. Get a pen and paper ready or just keep it in mind, and let's do this test together. The 2-minute test, a holistic health assessment. Physical strength. In the past week, how many days did you wake up feeling refreshed and full of energy? If it's less than 5 days, it might mean your body needs improvement. Try a 10-minute brisk walk right now. If you feel breathless or tired, your cardiovascular system might need more attention. Engagement question. How many days did you feel refreshed in the past week? Comment and share. Mental sharpness. Try reading a short article or 10 pages of a book and summarizing the content. Can you remember the main points easily? Or try working on a task that requires concentration for 2 hours without getting distracted. If you feel tired or lose focus, it might mean your brain needs more stimulation. Engagement question. How often do you feel mentally sharp? Share your tips for keeping your mind clear. Emotional resilience. In the past week, did anything small make you genuinely happy or joyful? For example, a delicious meal, an interesting conversation, or a peaceful moment. If you can't think of anything, you might need to find those small joys back in your life. Engagement question. What made you smile this week? Comment and share the happiness. Social connection. How many close friends or relatives do you have that you can talk to about personal matters? If it's less than 2 to 3 people, or you haven't had a deep conversation with anyone in the last month, you might need to build more relationships. Engagement question. How often do you meet up with friends or family? Share a memorable moment with them. After taking this test, what are your strengths and what areas need improvement? Don't worry if you're not at an optimal level yet, because the good news is you can start changing today. Choose the area you feel is weakest but easiest to improve, and we'll build a new habit together. The most interesting thing about applying these principles is the domino effect. A small change can trigger a big improvement in many areas. For example, if you start walking for 10 minutes a day, you will have more energy. More energy helps you sleep better. Better sleep helps you manage stress better. Better stress management makes you feel happier and connect with people more. Do you see how one small action can change your entire life? Engagement question. What small action do you think will create the biggest domino effect for you? Comment and share. Everyone, we've gone on a great journey together, from understanding optimal health, learning the 9 principles from the blue zones, to assessing ourselves and building sustainable habits. What is the most important thing? You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Try choosing a small habit today. Maybe it's a 5-minute walk, writing down what you're grateful for, or calling a close friend. Every small step will bring you closer to a stronger, happier, and more meaningful life. Remember the words of the philosopher Lao Tzu. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What will be your first step today? Comment and share your goal with us. And if you found this video helpful, like it, share it with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on quality content about health and happiness like this. Together, we'll create a life that isn't just long, but also full of joy. See you in the next video.